here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
Breathe for me, baby. Come on. You alright?
Get on scene. People saying someone got hurt. This guy's bleeding all over the place.
Behind this door was a mother drowning her 2-year-old child, and these officers were the only ones who could stop her. Just 2 minutes before this, officers received a very distressing report from dispatch.
She's advising that her mother has just killed her sister. She's advising there's a knife involved. We're still trying to get further.
Those frightening reports were from a 15-year-old girl claiming her mother stabbed her siblings with a knife, and as officers sped to the scene, they were silently hoping not to find the kids dead.
Make an entry to this channel.
Make an entry.
Sheriff's Department.
Inside the home, there were no screams for help or children crying, and after reports of stabbings, the officers feared for the worst until they heard a commotion from behind the bathroom door and immediately kicked it down.
No! What's going on? Stabbed it in the throat. Dispatch 2706. I got a child with a stab wound in the chest. I need medical priority 1.
I'm clear. Stab wound to the chest.
Wake up, baby.
Inside the bathroom, the officer found a 35-year-old woman drowning a 2-year-old girl in the bathtub, and with stab wounds to the throat and chest, the officer knew the toddler was minutes away from death.
Send whoever we got.
80, 5418. Start that way.
I'd like to get DP on the line as well if you can, please.
I'm clear.
Something funded.
She's coming. Breathe. Keep breathing.
She's cuffed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15. Breathe for me, baby. Come on. You alright?
There you go.
That's Metro 6. Baby's starting to cry.
Clear. Baby's starting to cry.
Come on, honey. Come on, honey.
Wake up, baby. I don't know. It's not bad. 2706. I got not much active bleeding from the injury.
Thanks to the officer's CPR, the 2-year-old began breathing again, but she wasn't safe just yet as she lost a lot of blood from her chest and throat and needed urgent attention. And worse still was that the officers would later discover that she wasn't the only child to be stabbed.
It's below the throat.
Come on,
She's
honey.
moaning. Keep coming, priority 1.
Come on, honey.
They're coming. Priority
Keep
1.
breathing for us, alright?
Keep breathing.
There you go, eyes are open. Good girl, yeah. Keep breathing, honey. You got 2.
2.
During a search of the home, officers found a 4-year-old boy with cuts who was believed to have ingested cleaning fluid. They also found an 8-year-old and a 15-year-old girl who made the call, both having no injuries. The mother of the children, who was said to be mentally ill, was charged with assault with intent to murder and child neglect. The children were in stable condition weeks after the very bizarre incident. However, these kids would never recover after watching their father shoot their mother, who was running for her life.
Come here.
It all happened in 2016, when a Volusia County Sheriff deputy arrived at a home after reports that a mother and her 3 children were held hostage by their father, armed with an AR-15 rifle and a handgun.
Sheriff's office, come outside! Sheriff's office!
They're right here in this room, but I got no cover. Show me your hands now! Open the door! He just barricaded. He just locked the front door. After second shot fired, subjects barricading the house has locked the front door, closing all blinds.
The man had now fired at the officer and barricaded the entry points, making this a full-on hostage situation. His plans were unknown, but the officer knew just how evil things were when the mother managed to crawl out of a window and the man began shooting at both of them.
Stay down, ma'am. Stay down. Stay down.
On fire, on fire. Behind you, brother, behind you.
Stay down, ma'am.
Unit to the house now. I don't know.
He's coming out this bedroom window, so watch your six.
The man had now shot his wife, and the only reason he couldn't hit the officers was because of the little tree they used as cover. Since he had a rifle, the officers were basically sitting ducks, and they knew this all too well.
49, you got a visual on the front window. I'm pinned down behind the tree here.
By now, you've surely seen lots of chaotic body cam incidents, but have you ever wondered what happened to the innocent bystanders who get injured during these interactions? They likely take loans to pay for damages or hire a law counsel that lowballs their case and accepts poor settlements, leaving them with little or no compensation, a feeling of helplessness and regret, and sometimes huge debt from the counsel's devious hidden costs. Being in this position is horrible, and even worse because your case could actually be worth millions of dollars. That's why you can consider today's video sponsor Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They helped Mr. Hernandez get a $1.7 million settlement from a dog bite, took a 71-year-old's $350,000 settlement offer to a $12 million verdict after a truck crash, and secured an $8.2 million verdict for an Uber Eats driver who fell outside a restaurant. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm for a reason. They win a lot. And the craziest thing is, like the hundreds of thousands of clients they fought for, you too can get started with them right away, because their fee is completely free unless you win. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. All you have to do if you want to work with them is submit a claim in minutes and communicate with your legal team, all from the comfort of your home and on your smartphone through the entire process. It can't get easier than that. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at www.forthepeople.com/detective or click the first link in the description. But even with bullets flying all around them and their lives in serious danger, the officers knew that a mother and her 3 children were relying on them to live. So they stood up to the task and got to work.
I got you, I got you. I know, baby. I know. Here, come here, come here. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, buddy, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
And with more officers arriving, they were able to locate the armed father.
Stand up with your hands up. Do it now. Palm to us. Keep your hands up. Turn around and walk towards our voice. Get ready to stop him. All stoppers, stay here, stay here, stay here. We're walking him to us. Get away from those windows.
Guys, remember, that might not be the shooter, so you stay behind cover and confirm it.
Keep walking towards us. Go underneath that. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Go down to your knees. Keep your hands where you can see them.
The deputies carried the children to safety, and their mother was treated for a gunshot wound to the back of the leg, while the man was charged and eventually found guilty of battery and attempted second-degree murder. The 28-year-old was originally sentenced to life in prison, but was eventually given 30 years in prison due to a clerical error. His actions were certainly disturbing, but no one would think that a mother could do what this woman did to her 7-year-old son.
And he's scared of you, so...
He needs to be scared of me. I'm his parent.
On April 2nd, 2024, officers were called regarding a 7-year-old boy who was forced to walk to school, which was 8 miles away from home, for a very shocking reason.
Oh, we got it. How you doing, buddy? Where you live at? Say what?
Bad. Come here. Bad.
Oh, it's okay. You can't remember?
And I am going to my school.
You're going to school?
Do you know where Valley View is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going there.
I do. I'm here to help you this morning, okay?
I was feeding, and I just caught a glimpse coming by the side of the barn. And I thought, well, there's supposed to be somebody here, you know. And I looked, this little guy. He says he's missed the bus.
Okay.
His mom told him he had to go to school.
Where's your mama at?
I don't know what.
Is she at home?
Yeah, but I don't know what road.
See, I can't figure out which bus driver runs this route. I don't. Not a whole lot of kids.
I know his address. We're fixing to go over here in a minute. Did you talk to your mom this morning?
No, I got in trouble, and then my mom said today you have to wake up on your own and try to catch the bus. If you don't, you should maybe like. Now she doesn't want me to just. She said like I got in trouble last night, and then she said, hey, go to sleep. I won't set your alarm clock, and she won't like wake me and say goodbye.
The 7-year-old went to bed hungry and without an alarm clock to wake him up, so he missed the bus and had to walk to school 8 miles from home, still on an empty stomach. It was shocking that a mother would punish a 7-year-old like this, but it gets much worse once he reveals the reason for this inhumane punishment.
She said, you're not gonna eat supper, and she said you just eat to stay in your room for all night.
Okay.
And I just been doing my homework.
What did you get in trouble for?
Can't remember. It was a long.
Oh, you can remember. Was you being loud or something? Or not picking up a mess? Or running around?
Maybe.
Being a boy?
Maybe just leaving my brother on a trampoline, and this is the story because she just didn't let me tell the story. She just said, and I was crying my little brother, and then I was gonna get the cat, but I got distracted, and because like the neighbor come home, and I wanted to, because she don't let me pick it up, and I was gonna bring it to my brother.
And you left your brother on trampoline. How old's your brother, you know?
And my friend Noah was watching, and he.
How old's your brother?
2.
2.
And then Noah maybe got off the trampoline.
Okay. All right. Well, come with me. We're gonna run to your house real quick. Okay.
I want to just go to school because my mom don't want me to. She want me to go to school. So
Okay.
bad.
Well, come with me then.
Are you gonna go to school?
Say what?
Are you gonna go to
I'll be back in a second.
Are you gonna go to school?
In a minute.
All this was punishment for forgetting his 2-year-old brother on a trampoline, so it was no surprise that the 7-year-old didn't want to go back home in fear of his mother's wrath for missing school. But the officer realized just how bad things were when he was informed by the 7-year-old's neighbor that he had previously run from home that same day.
He was all the way down there by the landfill. He walked that far?
Yeah, well, I picked him up and I brought him back. And whenever I was, because he opened the door and I didn't go in, but I was yelling for her. And he walked around the house, so I thought he went in the back. And I've been yelling for him, and I can't get him to come to the door. Well, I know why. I don't know how he went past me.
He said Mama's going to be really mad if he didn't make it to school.
Yeah, that's what she said too.
This was the 7-year-old's second trip back home that day, as this woman saw him walking to school earlier and drove him back home. But she wasn't aware that when he entered the home, he exited through the back door and began his journey to school again, for fear of what his mother would do.
No? Who else is in the house? Your baby brother? How old's your baby brother?
One's 3, one's 2.
You don't know where your mom's at? You haven't seen her today? What about your dad? You haven't seen him either?
Does he live here?
What's your dad's name?
He said
He was starving and in no condition to learn, but the fear of his mother made him begin an 8-mile walk to school. However, the officers had caught up with him and would approach the woman who relied on fear as a tool to control her own 7-year-old child.
Hello, Sheriff's Department.
Hi. Sheriff's Office. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm trying to figure out why your kid's walking down the road by the landfill on his own.
Who? Which kid?
Your 7-year-old.
I don't know why.
He said you told him to get up and go to school on his own this morning.
He got in a lot of trouble last night, and he got an alarm for Easter.
Well, he missed the bus, and he's scared of you, so
he's scared of me.
Took it amongst himself to walk all the way down by the landfill.
He's scared of me. Okay. I mean, he can be scared of me all he wants. He needs to be scared of me. I'm his parent. That's my job.
You got any ID on you, ma'am?
My husband actually has it. He has my ID and my social. He had to take it to an attorney's office for some things for our business.
Okay, well.
What's your first name?
I know my ID. I know my DL number by heart.
What'd he get in trouble for?
Who?
Your son.
He purposefully left his 2-year-old brother on a trampoline in the backyard by the pond because he thought he just like I said, he wanted to be mean and left him on there by himself.
What's your birth date? So you think it's...
He also yelled at
You said 92?
90. He also yelled at a teacher. He also lied to me when he got home about what happened at school that day. So I've got these patches on my face. He also yelled at a teacher, and then he tried to hide his report card before when he got home. It's been a whole mess of stuff lately. Okay. He also...
did he get to eat supper last night? Because he told us
no,
he was...
last night he did not get to eat supper. And that's the first time that has ever happened. Ever.
Okay.
But when he left his 2-year-old brother, because he said he wanted to go play with a cat.
Yep.
And he left one of my other babies on a trampoline.
Well, but with you being an adult, you can't expect a 7-year-old to give his full attention to a 2-year-old kid.
Yes, I can. When he says,
All right.
I want to play outside.
Well, come out front with us real quick.
The woman had no compassion for her 7-year-old, whom she spoke about like he was an adult. She saw nothing wrong in what she did, and while the officers tried to remain respectful, they knew they had to speak up for the 7-year-old who couldn't possibly speak up for himself.
Okay, well, listen, man, we can just take you to jail for child endangerment.
I didn't do anything.
You let an 8-year-old get all the way across town. That's a problem. So don't say that we have an attitude. No, listen, you've talked this whole time. Don't say we have an attitude when your 8-year-old is walking down the street and we can't get a hold of you. Okay?
Okay.
It's a problem. The kid is starving right now. I had to feed him beef jerky because
starving.
You just said he didn't eat supper last night.
No, he didn't.
He hasn't had breakfast either.
Yes, he did. He had breakfast this morning.
He said he hadn't even seen you this morning.
No, that was what he was told to do this morning. This is the first time
you expect a 7-year-old to be an adult on his own? Are you serious?
This is absolutely the first time this has ever happened for him to have to wake
You just hang tight up here. Huh? Just hang tight up here. I'm fixing to call the child services.
The Department of Human Services was called, and they discovered numerous bruises on our 3-year-old's body, with the child's father admitting to spanking the child for lying. Their mother was arrested and charged with domestic battery and endangering the welfare of a person younger than 12, with a $50,000 bond awaiting arraignment. This 21-year-old was stabbed in the foot by his mother, and the reason will surprise you.
So you did this because he's Muslim?
Yes, they have a dark side. Look it up.
I'm so sorry to call y'all. I don't like to call y'all.
Alright. Where's she got a knife or what? Okay.
I thought it's switchblade in the teeth.
Alright. Stay right there. Yep, we got him coming. It's Angie. Is there any guns in there or no?
No guns. No, they don't have to do that, officer.
Angie, step out right now, Sheriff's Office. Exit the trailer now, hands up. Do it now. Yes, I'm being for real. Step out now.
I'm sorry, they had a whole new body. Whatever you and your son did.
Angie, come out with your hands up. Do it now.
We want you out there now. That's an awful look.
Angie, Sheriff's Office, get the f outside right now. Come out, we're coming in.
Get the out of my place right now.
Angie, that door with your hands up. Let's go. Both hands up. Turn away from me.
Okay.
Back up. Walk to me.
Okay, I don't have no...
Walk to me.
I don't have any...
Look away from me. Stop talking. Go down to your knees. Do it now.
All right.
Go down to your knees.
All right, and he's going to jail too.
Hands on your back now. Shut your mouth and
okay,
listen.
but he's at my residence.
Shut your mouth and listen.
Okay, that's fine.
You go ahead. Recover. All right, stand up.
Okay, can I get a minute, please?
No, stand up.
I need a minute.
Stand up.
Listen, I just got my head kicked in 3 weeks ago.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, stand up. Come this way.
I want him to go too. All
right, well, we're going to talk about it. Come this way.
Thank you.
Between the 21-year-old son with a hole in his ankle and his high-energy mother, likely on drugs, the scene was a big mess. But the officers just wanted to know what could make a mother stab her son in the leg.
Listen, I didn't stab my son. My son kicked me. And I tried to block his kick. That's how that happened. If you don't believe me, you can ask that man sitting in the chair.
What happened leading up to all that?
That'll be the one.
So I asked him nicely.
That'll be the one. Oh yeah.
Son, may you please leave the house?
He's like, I'm not going anywhere. And you're gonna. I was like, please leave, Isaiah. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. You're gonna force me to leave. And that's the words he used and everything. And you can ask the man sitting in that chair, Scott. He watched the whole thing and listened to the whole thing.
How'd the knife get in your hand to even block his kick?
I'm not gonna let my son. I just got my head bashed in.
Okay, well you had a knife in your hand at the point of him trying to kick you.
I had 2 knives in my hand.
Okay, and why'd you have those knives in your hand?
Because I'm not gonna let my son. I was blocking, so that's the only thing I can do. I'm not gonna get sleep by him or possibly die because he.
You've got the world's fastest knife draw to dual-wield knives
is that possible?
and a kick.
I didn't stab him. I had it in my hand, and all I did was block his kick. It's impossible for me to stab him.
So you had a knife in your hand before he tried to kick you?
In midair, when he kicked. Can I show you how he kicked?
So you had a knife in your hand.
In my hand, and when he kicked
I want to ask you a question, but you keep interrupting.
Okay, I can't help it.
So you were holding a knife in your hand before he tried to kick you?
Well, yeah, because he punched me before.
He punched you?
Yes.
Today?
Yes. He punched me before he kicked me.
Where'd he punch you?
Let me see. In my back, on my side right here.
On your face?
Well, no, not on my face, because I blocked it.
With your face?
No, with my knee. I went down. I was standing up, went down, and I was like, Isaiah, I'm not going to let you hit me. So I picked up my purse, and there my knives were. I picked them up, and I proceeded to just block his kick.
How'd the bike get knocked over and like the way it is now? The blue bike. You don't need to look over there.
I gave him his bike.
You gave him the bike? It fell over?
Yes.
Okay. How did the bike hit him in the head?
Maybe because it fell over the opposite way. It fell over. I did not push it on him. That's what he's saying.
You didn't?
No way.
You didn't pick up the bike and throw it?
No, I rode his bike. I pushed his bike out toward him, and it just fell over. It fell over on me when I went to go get my bags.
The woman's story had loopholes, and she only mentioned important pieces when the officers pointed them out, showing selective recollection. She claimed her son ran his leg into the blade, but his wounds appeared like the result of an intentional stabbing, and the officers going to question him would reveal a lot more about the case.
I came here, I was sitting here talking with her. Me and her was always on a good page one day.
Oh, I know.
You know, I'm sure you know.
I do.
She escalated the situation. I ain't gonna lie, we were talking shit. That's just talk.
Okay.
She grabs my bike, that's why I was laying on the ground. She let her use it. She threw it, and the handlebar hit me in the temple.
Alright, give me a minute, I'll talk to you in a second.
Yeah, just 1 second, Scotty. It hit me in the temple, so I got enraged. After that, after she hit me in the temple, I throwing like strikes at her. I said, I just got really riled up, and then that's when she pulled out her knife. And if you could see where the shoe scuffled up at over there, the ordeal went down there.
So how'd you get it in the foot?
Okay, that's when I threw a strike, when I had to defend myself, because she threw a fist with the knife.
Okay.
I weaved it, but I went to go throw a switch kick to her ribs, just not a hard one, but she stabbed me. And
So when you went to kick her, she
a switch kick, but she came down and she knows she's not gonna stab me in the torso because I don't know, I'll probably die. Glad it wasn't in the torso. But she knew I was gonna throw a kick. And I think she intentionally aimed for my foot because there's no way in hell my ankle that good. God got me good.
Oh yeah, let's say it went through and through.
Like I made connection, but I knew it wasn't her body. I felt something hard, and I was like, and that's why I knew I've been stabbing now.
Okay.
I started screaming.
Yeah.
I spoke to you down the road, didn't I?
She got him.
Yes, you did.
She got him good. Real good. Here, lift it up for a sec. Don't look at it. Actually, just leave it on. You're bleeding pretty good, so just leave it on.
Only 3 people saw the stabbing, and one of them had a similar statement to the 21-year-old, validating his claim to the officers. He was in serious pain, but managed to apologize for calling the cops, who, with his testimony, confronted the mother again to uncover the real reason for the stabbing.
Telling a story. I didn't mean to stab him. He's my kid. I love him very much.
But you meant to have knives out.
Well, listen, I have to walk around with them because they're all affiliation people. I'm trying to stay away from them too.
Okay, well, your son's not one of those affiliated people.
I don't know that. I don't really know that, honey. He's Muslim. He prays 5 times a day on a carpet.
So you did this because he's Muslim?
Yes, they have a dark side. Look it up. Look it up, please.
Yes, you did this because he's Muslim?
No, he does it to me because he's Muslim. He does it to me because he's hateful to me.
Well, I just asked.
Ask my dad how he talks to me.
So you,
talks to me like I'm a piece of shit.
So you drew knives because he's Muslim?
I didn't throw knives. I had it in my hand.
Drew, you pulled your knives out because
I
he's
didn't
Muslim.
pull them out. I already had them in my hand.
Okay, at some point you have to pull them out from where
They were already in my hand is what I'm telling you. They're always in my hand. It's a habit now. He's a dramatic person.
Dramatic person? You stabbed him in the foot?
I stabbed him. He kicked my knife.
Oh.
Well, you know what? He could have did it himself. I asked him, I said, this is my residence. I live here. I pay rent here. He does not.
Sit down.
I'm going to go talk to my father.
No, you're not.
You're not going to sit me on the ground either.
Sit your ass down.
Sit me on the ground in handcuffs.
Sit down.
Everybody watching this? Everybody watching this?
You're going to go to the ground if you don't sit down. Take your pick.
I want to talk to my dad.
Sit. It's not how this works. You don't make the rules.
Well, you know, this is my residence.
God damn it! Sit down.
Dad!
Sit down.
God
You do not make the rules here.
Call the news!
You do not make the rules.
You want the news here so they can say mother stabbed son?
I didn't listen. I did not stab him. You're believing what he's telling you.
His foot hit her knife. She didn't stab.
Listen. And my dad knows me very well and knows him. He's a very good actor, and he lives with a dopehead.
The woman was charged with resisting an officer without violence, possession of paraphernalia, aggravated assault, battery, and tampering with a witness by depriving access to 911.
You tell me that. Was he buckled in?
This woman's 4-year-old son just escaped death, but what she does next will leave you in disbelief.
I've never seen anything like that.
On September 15th, 2021, officers were called by a man claiming to have seen something very disturbing on the road.
How you doing?
Hey, sir.
What happened?
For coming so quick.
So
I've never seen anything like that. The silver car, best I can tell, it's silver. pulls around, and I see the damn doors open, and this kid comes rolling out of it.
He falls out of the car?
He just came falling out of it, rolls all the way over.
And the car took off?
And the car just kept going.
Which way to go?
My problem is I saw him, I was in disbelief, and I just...
I'm in disbelief right now.
Yeah.
Hey, are you all right, pal?
He's got a little cut. Let me see, buddy.
Oh my God.
He's got a little cut on his finger.
Hey, do you know your name, big guy?
The 4-year-old was bruised from the fall, and both men were shocked by this. But there was something particularly strange about this incident that they couldn't quite understand.
Okay, I'm sitting first one in line over there.
Yeah.
They turned, and I thought it was a dent in the door, but it was the damn door open.
And he fell in the back?
And he just...
signal 14, subject says he may have an open 49 on him.
Yeah.
And I kind of...
Did the door close when it kept going, or did it just...
No, it was still open.
High rate, was it reckless, high rate of speed, or just...
It wasn't like it was out of control. It wasn't like it was burning tires or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I even tried to ask him, I go, did anybody know that you were out of the car?
That's what I'm wondering. They don't know he fell out.
Yeah. Were you riding with your mom? Were you riding with your mommy? Was Daddy with you too? Just Mom? Okay.
Since the car kept going, it appeared the people inside didn't know about the fall, meaning they could be anywhere by now. This was very bad news, but everything would change once a car pulled up behind the officer and a woman came out.
I'm pulling up right now.
Where's my son?
He's in the front seat of that car.
How?
He fell out your car.
How he fell on my car?
Copy tag for the parents just showed up. Matt,
How did he fall
you
on
tell
my car?
you tell me that. Was he buckled in?
I was sleeping.
Where was your son at?
I was sleeping. He was on this side.
Who was driving?
My brother. He said he said he heard the door open, but he didn't think like.
He's in the front seat of the car if you want to go get him from this gentleman. You want to come get him out of this man's car? He's okay. He's got a little cut on his finger. He's okay. When did y'all realize he wasn't in the car?
Right now, we got onto the expressway, and my daughter was like, "Where, Bobby? Why you?"
It's not. Don't yell at him.
I know.
You want to pick him up? He's scared, and his hand hurts. Okay. Let me just.
The woman didn't thank the officer or the man for saving her son's life, but instead yelled at the 4-year-old for falling out of the car. This was very concerning and opened questions about the kind of mother she was, leading officers to discover that this was just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, goodness. Where's everybody's car seats?
They could wear a seatbelt, right?
Well, you have this many 4 kids,
7.
and that's only 3 seats. So how many seats? 4 kids for 3 seats?
With 3 seatbelts.
They all fit there.
It doesn't matter if they all fit there. How many seatbelts are there?
Oh.
There's 3 seatbelts. Every juvenile needs to be in a seatbelt. So obviously someone's not in a seatbelt if there's 4 kids.
I mean, I just got this car. I used to have a big van, but
So you're saying if I just get this car, I'm gonna sit 4 kids in the back seat. I'm gonna make sure there's 4 seatbelts.
Alpha 313.
So did you check to see how many seatbelts in the
I
car?
have 6 kids. What do you?
I know, but I understand that.
21 Victors.
This is what I was
in the Z section.
I understand,
dream.
but
I didn't think that my son would ever do something like that.
The woman squeezed her 4 kids in the back seat without seatbelts or child lock enabled, meaning very bad news if they had an accident. And it gets much worse when you discover that her brother had no business driving the car.
You have your ID? You don't have anything? Can I get your name?
He got my name.
He got your name?
Yeah.
Alright, have y'all been smoking?
Yeah, I've been smoking 1 joint.
When?
Like 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago, and you're driving? 4 kids in the back seat?
I had a window down.
You had your window down? Were you smoking in the car?
Yeah, like 1 time.
You were smoking in the car with them in the back?
I had a window down.
He had no driver's license, and the car reeked of marijuana, meaning that the kids were in extreme danger by just being inside. There were so many things wrong with this incident, and it slowly unveiled the kind of mother she was.
Alright, and the pills I found in the glove box, the Xanax bars?
The Xanax, yeah, those are my anxiety pills.
Okay, are those do you have a prescription?
I don't have it in my bottle, no, I don't have my prescription.
Has a doctor prescribed Xanax bars to you? That's what we're asking. We can check that. We can go on the record.
No,
we can
not
check
yet.
to see.
No.
So he hasn't prescribed you any Xanax
But
pills?
they prescribe me with pills that are like in the Xanax family.
In the Xanax family,
yeah.
but he hasn't prescribed you those pills. No. Were you awake when your brother was smoking marijuana? No, you weren't awake when he was
sleeping.
Okay, you were sleeping when he was smoking marijuana. Did you know that he had marijuana?
I'm not. No, I wasn't aware that he had marijuana.
Okay, so does he have a license?
He never had a license before.
So your younger brother never had a license before?
Or anything like that.
Okay, so did you know he didn't have the license?
I think, he didn't, I don't think, he didn't have a license, yeah.
Okay, so that's the other concern that I have is now you're asking your little brother to drive you, knowing that he doesn't have a license, and you're putting your children in the back of the car who don't have seatbelts on a non-licensed driver.
Listen, I love all of my kids. I understand what you're saying.
This isn't a question if you love your kids or not. Okay.
I know what happened was a mistake. I understand. I don't know what you want me to do.
There's a lot I want you to do as a mom for the safety of your children.
I can go buy a car seat. I can do that right now.
She was completely unremorseful and unaffected by the shocking events, and after endangering her kids like this, there was only one thing left to do.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
And I was sleeping. I don't know why you guys want to do this.
Because there's many things going on here. Just many things, not just one. Many things that put these kids' lives in danger today. Not just one thing. Between too many kids without seatbelts, without the car seat, no one realized the kid fell out, the drugs in the car. There's a lot of things going on right now, okay? That's the problem. The car is going to get towed. It's going to go to the local tow pound. You won't be able to get it out until you bring a valid registration and insurance for the car. Because the car is not registered and the car is not insured, so you shouldn't be driving this on the roads.
Okay, all right, it's all right.
So
I see everything you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Not everything that we're doing. It's everything that the choices that we've selected to do today.
She was charged with neglect of a person younger than the age of 18 and unlawful possession of a Schedule 4 substance, with DCF taking charge of her children. She was oblivious to the multiple ways her actions could have cost the lives of her children, but the next mother was so aware of her bad parenting skills that she didn't want her children to speak with officers.
You know, you can't stop me from talking. No, you can't.
He's a teenager.
And that would not end so well for her. On April 28, 2024, officers were called by a teenage boy reporting that his mother had assaulted him, but upon arrival, the mother refused to let them speak to him.
Which one is Christopher?
My son.
Talk to me.
Man, he don't got no whole talk to you. No. I said no.
558 Peter, you can open the channel.
I said no. I'm the mom.
You know, you can't stop me from talking. No, you can't.
He's a teenager. He ain't gonna so. No. Man, no. I'll talk to you guys. Oh, I got it. Man, no.
Chris, and I want to talk to you. Come talk to me. All right.
Come on, go ahead. I know my work.
How did you get that mark? How did you get that mark on your face? Huh?
No.
Excuse me? Okay, when did that happen?
Like 2 hours ago.
Okay, come around and talk to me.
Man, te digo que no está. Man, déjame, no.
According to reports, it appeared that the woman was being assaulted by her boyfriend, and Christopher tried to save her, only for her to punch him. It wasn't clear why she did it, but her attempts to stop her son from speaking with the police meant she knew she'd done something terrible.
You're doing a little bit too much. If you come out here, you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Stop, dude. I'm
my son.
Stop.
Okay, you can't stop me.
I know my rights.
No, you don't know your rights.
It's a right.
You don't know your rights. You don't know your rights.
If he wants to speak to him, he can.
Okay, not just.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what happened.
All right, so he was putting her hands on my mom, and I was trying to get him to chill out, but he was not.
Come here, come on.
I was trying to get him to stop.
Okay.
I was trying to get him to stop, but he would not stop.
Okay.
He was like, they were arguing back and forth. My mom tried to stop. My mom tried to stop him, and if you were to catch him somewhere, he's wearing, I don't know, I forgot what he was wearing.
Okay, are they married?
No.
Did they have any kids or anything like that together?
No.
Okay, does he live here or anything like that?
I mean, technically, he kind of, yeah, technically he does. He's not on the lease.
What do you mean?
He wasn't on the lease.
Don't do that!
Yeah, calm down. They're gonna arrest you. Calm down. Go back in the house.
Yo le puse las manos
¿Y tus hijos? ¿Y tus hijos? Yeah.
Mi amigo le van a llevar, yo le puse las manos primero, a él le van a llevar por años. Por años. Don't do that. Man, hey!
Yeah.
Man, first of all, you can't put my hands on me.
Stop.
Please, I'm telling you, mijo, se lo van a llevar.
So he's not on the lease. But why do you have this here?
My siblings.
What, you guys playing or something?
Yeah, they bit me hard as hell.
Huh?
They bit me like really hard.
How old is your siblings?
There's one that's 5, 6, or 7. They're gonna
Se lo van a llevar. Yo le puse las manos
primero. Él no merece eso, mijo. Hey, I did.
Stop yelling.
I don't give
Stop
a
yelling.
what you say.
Stop yelling.
No, because they don't know anything.
Okay. Ma'am, if you keep yelling, you're going to jail. For disorderly conduct.
Out of here. You don't know. I know my rights.
Yeah, stop.
Man, yes, okay.
Okay, so you guys were playing or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so who broke the window here?
I did.
Defend himself.
What you say? No.
Hey, hey, if she don't calm down, put her in cuffs. Put her in cuffs. Put her in cuffs. Hook her up.
Okay, so you
have
can't
a seat.
touch me.
Have a
You
seat.
can't touch
Have a
me.
seat.
You can't
have a seat.
The woman had 4 kids to care for, 3 between the ages of 3 and 5, and it wasn't clear how she normally treated them. But going so far as to call the cops meant Christopher and his siblings needed to be safe from her, and the officers would do just that.
I go under arrest.
Now you're under arrest for disorderly conduct.
And resisting.
Touch you? I don't touch
Stop.
you. I don't fucking touch you. I didn't touch nobody.
Fine.
Yeah, put her in your cuff.
From under arrest for what?
Disorderly conduct. We have people standing outside and you're out here yelling, screaming. That's disorderly conduct.
What?
You're under arrest.
All right, just stop touching me like that.
Okay, not touching you, ma'am. I'm leading you to the car. Stop.
Stop touching me like that. You're hurting me.
Listen.
Well, you're
hurting me.
Hey, what's
You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
What is your name?
You're hurting me.
What is your
You're hurting me.
911 in custody of
You can search me. I want a woman. I want
Ma'am,
a woman.
stop.
I want a woman to no, don't touch me.
Stop.
I need a woman to search me. Hey, you can put me in front. Put me in front. Because I don't see no camera.
We both have body cameras on, ma'am.
Where?
Right
What's your
here.
name?
The woman was taken to jail and charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy these too.